thought I'd show you, in case you were wondering, what happens if I go upstream rather than going downstream to the mouth of the river, going onto the lake. Well, upstream, and we've had a lot of rain in the last week, so the river is a little high and certainly running a little faster than it normally does, or has done recently. But this is what happens when we come upstream. We've got a little island here with the flowers, that's pretty. Up here, as you can probably see, and hear, if you're not too distracted by the lawn tractor that just started as I press record, thank you. You can see that there is a little bit of, well, we call them the rapids. It's slightly laughable, really. Gosh, it's moving quickly today. But this is a little waterfall area. Oh, hello, duck. And it's as far upstream or upriver as we can get, because I can't really get over the falls. These are called the Bells Falls. Can't really get any further upstream than this. But what I do like to do is to come up to this little space. This is actually a lovely little swim spot as well, because there's a sort of a sandy area here. I used to take the kids up here, or I do take the kids up here sometimes, to swim and mess around on this sandbar. But the river is really cold compared to the lake. The lake's normally about 10 degrees warmer in the summer than the river, so it can be a bit chilly. But what I like to do is to come up to the falls, and then I turn the kayak around and I don't paddle, I just lazy river it back. It's pretty damn beautiful. And I like going really, really slowly in a kayak, because that's where you get to see all the good stuff. So, this is about as far off as I can get. And now, I'm going to turn myself around. Woo, the rapids! And I'm just going to let the river push me back to my house. This part of the river is what reminds me most of where I grew up, at least until the age of 7. Because this is what the river in England, where I grew up, was like, or very similar to this. Lots of willow trees and so on. So there's something about this river that just nourishes my soul in a way that only a childhood memory can. Ooh, it's fast, this bit. Wow. Trying to steer a little bit with my paddles, but there go the geese. They're preparing for their long flight, which they'll be presumably taking fairly soon, because yes, it's that time. It's gonna get colder. And eventually, all of this will be covered in snow. The river does freeze sometimes. It depends on, obviously, on how cold it gets, but it sometimes freezes for, a few days, or maybe even a week or two, and then it will thaw again, and then it will freeze again. And one of the things I like the best is when the river freezes, but then the water level drops slightly. We get this incredible cracking and crunching noise as the ice starts to break when the water level drops beneath it, so there's suddenly a gap underneath it. And it sounds like you wouldn't believe the sounds that just echo up and down the riverbank. It sounds like a giant is coming along and just stomping on all the ice and smashing it. It's absolutely exquisite. It's one of my favourite things to listen to at night in the winter. But for now, I intend to carry on kayaking and just wear more clothes for as long as I can, because I want to see what that's like. I don't know what it's like. You can see that road up ahead. That's actually the main highway that runs, and by main highway, it's a single carriageway each way. You know, it's not like that's not a motorway or a whatever. It's just a kind of busy road from one town to another. But that's where we get all of our traffic noise from. So when you hear loud vehicles when I'm doing my videos, that's usually where they are. All right, bye-bye.